that change your mind or what you guys are going to do moving forward, looking at kind of this illegal immigration and border crisis that we have going on?
It needs to. I wish, if people, when they hear immigration, I think a lot of people, the first thing they think of is the border. The first thing we should think of is workforce. National security and border issues are really important. And some of the chaos at the border is because if you don't have a robust work visa program, then people who are desperate for opportunities come and they'll make an asylum claim instead.
I'd like to understand from you what Trump-era immigration policies have been banned, ended, reversed, and if any investigations are underway by you.
So we have rescinded so many Trump immigration policies, it would take so much time to list them.
Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us.
All right. Welcome once again to the Beatzilla PDX official show. I am your host, Beatzilla PDX officially. And this, excuse me, is the Midweek Report. And yeah, we have some things to talk about today. And one of them is, where in the world is Diddy San Diego? And that's kind of what we are talking about, among other things. But first, family, if you would do me a big favor and hit that like button and share this out if you would, I'd greatly appreciate it. And also subscribe to this channel if you have not already done so. And if you do, hit that notification bell, hit the word all. That way you'll be notified anytime this channel goes live or a video is uploaded or premieres. And hopefully you won't be missing out. That's what we're going for here. So we'll hope that is the case. So again, with that being said, welcome everybody. I'm your host, beatzillapdx officially. And as we do here on these good lives here, we see who we have in the chat. And so far, we have our good brother and also has a channel right here, another voice of the new black media, Kid Gravity Beyond in the house. Black First Night Rider check-in. Shout out to you, brother. Thank you for being here as always. Sister Miriam, Black First, and certified salute. Yes, indeed. Shout out to you, Sister Miriam. Thank you for being here as well, Black First. Cyberdyne 100 in the house. Good evening, family. Black First. Appreciate it for being here. Thank you. Lawrence Lilly in the house. Black First family. Thank you for being here as well. Blueberry Muffin in the house. Shout out to you. Howdy, y'all. Black First, sister. And Lynette Williams in the house. Black First, Montgomery, Alabama. And Judah Queen is in the house. Yes, indeed. Our Be More family is in the house and safe. So good to see you in the chat and to know that you are moving and shaking in one piece. Salute to you, my good sister. Thank you, as always, for being on deck. And we have Nightbot. Nightbot on the job. Salute to Nightbot. Thank you for being here and on the job, Nightbot. Thank you. And we got RBJ from South Carolina. Black First, brother. Appreciate it. Brian Henderson, FBA. Stand up. Black First, South Carolina. Again in the house. Shout out. South Carolina back to back. All right. Yeah. We're representing in the house. Yo, 103. Queen in the building. Yes, indeed. Shalom, Beatzilla, mods, and chat room. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Black First. And we got DSM Sinister in the building. Yes, indeed. The midweek report is off to a good start. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. And we got Dominique Devereaux in the building. Zilla. That's the title. Oh, yeah. For real. Oh, man. You know, I might have to do something with that. Michelle Hargrave in the building. Yes, indeed. Black First family. Baltimore is in the house. Good to see you are alive and well and shaking and healthy. So, yes, indeed. Shout out to you. Thank you for being here, Black First. Oh, yeah. Dominique Devereaux, I might to... Oh, man, you put a picture in my mind. I just thought of like who you're talking about. Like, if y'all don't know who we talking about, I mean, yeah, that is kind of funny. Ooh, no, and not disparaging the sister at all, by the way. Dark-skinned brother in the building. Shout out to you from Greenville, Mississippi. Black First, my brother. Always a pleasure to have you in the building. And we got Geechee Gold in the house. Yo, Beats. Yo, Geechee Gold in the house. Black First. Thank you for being here. All right. So the first thing I kind of want to touch on is an update. An update to the most recent story. And we did this broadcast a while back. And something about this, it just made me reflect on, of course, past broadcasts. Which, if you guys remember, was this broadcast. Lies and false narratives. societal indictments. Well, as it turns out, yeah, it's shaking out that man, that society is 0 for 2, going 0 for 2 for trying to put something on black children that probably should not have been. But it's very interesting. The headline that is I only found this headline on Atlanta Black Star because they were the only people that gave a crap to talk to the actual other side, the parents of the child who has been arrested, by the way. And then you have the media and all of these social media accounts going overboard, and I do mean overboard, with this story. However, this headline showed up. So as much as they want to, because this picture, they want you to get that in your mind. You understand what I'm saying? They want this picture stuck in your head because, yeah, remember this, just in case, as things start coming to light, don't look and fare so well. Well, yeah, it definitely won't. So when you're talking about pressing charges, because they like to make it seem like this girl was attacked, and she was not. Matter of fact, she was the bully. She was the bully in this situation. Imagine that. And so, yeah. Let me do that. Yeah, so harassed and bullied by family of 15-year-old black girl arrested for viral fight that left Carlee Kane unconscious, speaks out. Says GoFundMe remove their campaign. Now, this is going to be very interesting. The 15-year-old Missouri girl facing charges in connection to a fight that left another teen unconscious claims that she was, quote, harassed and bullied before the incident. Her family is saying, The incident happened near Hazelwood East High School. Of course, we understand that in the viral cell phone video. We saw the fight and how that went down. We already got that. Let's see. Of course, they're explaining the whole fight, and she slammed her head on the ground. Yes, that's how fights go. Yeah. Anyway, responding officers located a juvenile female suffering from a severe head injury. The victim was transported to an area hospital where she remains in critical condition, police said. The alleged attacker, who hasn't been publicly named by law enforcement, was taken into custody and charged with assault. St. Louis County Family Court is holding her. The department added an investigation is underway. The victim was identified as 16-year-old Carlee Kane. Earlier this week, her family's attorney, Brian Kamer, said Kane is still unconscious and has suffered severe injuries. And yeah, she did get mollywopped. This is very much true. But see, here's the situation when you are showing up to put hands on somebody. This thing can go either way. That's what mutual combat is. Now, everybody will look at that black girl and how the anti-black bigots online have been trying to frame it. Men and women is that, this beast, and the parents need to be charged with this savagery and blah, blah, blah. Man, get out of here. Get out of here. Again, like I said, lies and false narratives. The only medical information that the family feels comfortable sharing at this time is to confirm that Carlee has suffered a fractured skull and that results in brain bleeding and swelling. The full scope and extent of Carlee's injuries and prognosis for recovery cannot be determined until, with God's grace, she regains consciousness, and the family asks that you continue to keep Carlee in your thoughts and prayers as she fights to recover. Loved ones created 2 fundraisers to help the Gain family with expenses. One raised nearly $400,000, while the other garnered close to $30,000. According to the Daily Mail, the aunt of the 15-year-old juvenile who was arrested says that she was defending herself in the fight. Now, let me see. Show y'all. Now, here you see she's defending herself, right? Let me go there. In the fight, and called on local officials to, quote, show compassion in her case. She touted the child as an honor roll student who speaks several languages. Her comments come after leaders have voiced their opinion about the attack. Again, it's not an attack. And this is Atlanta Black Star, by the way. So I don't even know who wrote this, because they keep framing this as an attack. It was a fight. And the fight went bad for Carlee. However, the attack would be Carlee, because Carlee was suspended and wasn't even supposed to be there. So I think that's trespassing. When something happens like this, when you're trespassing, I think there's some protection for the person who's supposed to be protected. Anyway, her comments come after leaders have voiced opinion about that. Missouri Attorney General Andrew Bailey, which, a good staunch anti-black dude, that the juvenile should be tried as an adult, and if Carlee Gaines succumbs to her injuries, the offense should rise to homicide. Doing the most. The juvenile's family started a change.org petition identifying the young black girl as Marnice DeClue. Now, what I want to, when you say the juveniles, both of these girls are kids. Matter of fact, this girl is younger than Carlee. So the 15-year-old girl, I guess they're saying her family started a change.org petition identifying the young black girl as Maurice DeClue. The family is concerned the incident is inciting racial division and political strife. Political strife? That part raises a little eyebrow. Adding that they have received a slew of death threats. I don't doubt that. They called on officials to be fair and consider restorative justice and rehabilitation. Huh? No, you should be demanding that your child is treated in the self-defense manner, such as Kyle Rittenhouse. It's like, don't be the family talking against self-defense. You're over here like, restorative justice. What the hell are you talking about? No. Oh, no. See, when you got folks in your family, well, you just can't be out there fighting. That's that kind of stuff right there. Restorative justice. I don't think so. And rehabilitation. What rehabilitation do you need for an honor roll student? How does that make sense? And that's coming from her family? Or maybe that's coming from the other family. I'm not sure. Quote, it isn't just that such an accomplished young woman. Okay, I guess this is. So it's unjust that such an accomplished young woman should be charged as an adult for assault without considering all the facts of the case that led to the incident where harm occurred. We urge. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. If you got family like this family that's willing to start going out here talking like this, Yeah, I think this young lady would be best served if her family just shut up. Stop putting out stuff like this. This is some of the, as somebody representing this young lady, this girl, this 15-year-old child, these folks is the verbiage that they're using for their kid is almost selling them up the river. Like, hey, somebody get to these parents. Shut up. I mean, y'all doing the most. If anything, you should. This is. I'm sorry, our kid was just out there fighting. I'm just so sorry. You know, I mean, my kid, they should know better than to be out in them streets fighting. I just, because this right here. But there has been something said that they said McClue might be an immigrant. Because I'm just listening, like, whose family would put something out like this? Who whose family would do this? You're gonna get out there and start talking about first the restorative justice and rehabilitation for an honor roll student. That makes a lot of sense. And now you're talking against you're number one, you labeled it an assault. Why would you do that? This was a self-defense, but you're going to use the verbiage in your petition to get this kid off? This is insane. Oh, man. We urge Chief Juvenile Officer Rick Gaines of the 21st Circuit Court not to charge the juvenile as an adult, the petition said. It continued, quote, "We request that all aspects of her life be considered during the indictment and sentencing." Oh, man, if you got family like this, don't let them speak for you at all. You understand me? I mean, good Lord, shut up. These people, this is horrible. Everything they're saying is like, basically, this little white girl, I mean, she hurt. And so, I know our black girls are so bad. I mean, and all that anybody ever was think of us is just violent animals. And I just don't know why, but, she's a good kid. So when you send her up the river and just cook her little ass, I mean, just think about all of her achievements. I mean, are you kidding? This is insane, man. Oh my goodness. Oh, her academic achievements, extracurricular involvements, linguistic skills, and most importantly, her victimhood as a bullied student who was merely defending herself under intense and flight versus fight circumstances. Now, what's funny is you did all of this talking, which basically when you got to sentencing, it seems to me like this should be a petition to get this girl's charges dropped. Instead, y'all have gotten all the way to sentencing. And basically, when you're talking about indictment and sentencing, that's plea deal talk. they looking to deal this kid. And they just counseling the family, like, okay, just basically say she did it, I mean, the attack and the assault, I mean, yeah. And at the very end, she was merely defending herself. Why didn't you lead with that? And then consider all of this. So after you throw the book at her, when you're sentencing, because my goodness. Yeah, with friends like this, who needs enemies? The family also launched a GoFundMe to help with legal expenses, but the platform promptly took it down after $3,000 was raised. The funds are expected to be retained to the donors. GoFundMe claims the petition unfairly painted Gain as a bully, but actually that's the situation. And not only is Gain the bully of this kid, but Gain is also the bully of other kids. So just look at the position that GoFundMe took. And this, their GoFundMe is notorious for this. Now, family, correct me if I'm wrong. Did Kyle Rittenhouse have a GoFundMe though? And he was facing multiple deletion charges. And am I incorrect? I could have sworn that Kyle Rittenhouse had some like hundreds of thousands of such on GoFundMe. Maybe I'm confused. Maybe that was somebody else. That's just very, very, very interesting to me. Let's see. Now this last line is a cold piece. GoFundMe claims unfairly painted Gain as a bully and presumed she was the victim in a complicated situation. However, Kylie Gain is it's okay for her to be the victim. But if there's no conclusion legally to this matter, then how is GoFundMe deciphering the difference? Complicated situation. A GoFundMe spokesperson confirmed to the Daily Mail that the quote fundraiser was removed and all donors have been refunded. GoFundMe's term of service explicitly prohibits fundraising for the legal defense of an alleged violent crime. And once again, family, I will ask y'all, did Kyle Rittenhouse have a GoFundMe or not? And they took this girl's chance to get her legal defense. And then you got the people that are coming out talking on her behalf, basically putting her in the state blues. I mean, they walking this girl to the prison to pipeline, and she's an honor roll student. Shouldn't somebody want to be fighting for her a little more than this? Because isn't all of this happening because the school was ignoring her being bullied? And where are the resource officers and whatnot? Because this Kaylee Gain girl was not even supposed to be there. Because come to find out, she was suspended. You know what I'm saying? So this is how they play, family. And this is, you talking about targeting our children. Good grief. And you have grown adults coming out there. Yeah, you need to punish that kid, and they need to punish the parents. Yeah, and that's their idea for our children. Well, think not even that. Just with the 6-year-old boy who ended up shooting his teacher, right? That whole situation. His mom is in prison now. But the crazy thing is that they were trying to figure out how they was going to try to charge that kid. The only reason why they even went after the mama is because, they were literally going that hard to find a law so they could prosecute a 6-year-old. Y'all hear me, family? That's how you knew this kid was black. They were doing all of that. And then, if y'all remembered my live about that, the school the school board meeting that they had about that and how them parents was talking, man, let me tell you something. They was doing the absolute most, and it sound like I say, it sounded like a straight up Klan rally. So now here's something from the New York Post, and let me read this real quick before I move on, because this is a very important part. The Missouri teen who was left fighting for her life after having head pounded into the sidewalk earlier this month was suspended from school one day prior to brawling. Oh, no, I'm sorry. One day prior for brawling with another student, the Post has learned. Carlee Gaines, 16, suffered a skull fracture and a brain bleed that left her in a coma for 2 weeks after she squared off with another female teen. Now, that is the proper framing of what happened. They squared off. That's mutual combat. I can appreciate that one, New York Post. Let's see. I'll read on a little further. Her family revealed on Friday her condition is stable and she has been moved to intensive care, though it is unclear whether she has regained consciousness. Let me see. I got any more about her suspension. Now, so here's the now. This is funny. It is unclear if Gaines was the aggressor or the target in that earlier fight. So in that brawl, I guess it's unclear. Well, we played a few clips here as well on that particular broadcast that let you know. No, Kaylee's a little bully, and even here in this, her little friends are calling out her name, and then as soon as the black girl that's fighting her, the 15-year-old that had to defend herself, as soon as her back was turned, Kaylee's little black homegirl, little Buddy Ruckus in training, went up and tried to run up on this sister from behind and start punching her. At that point, this girl in the black was getting jumped. So to keep calling this an attack is insane. Let's see. So a source said the Gaines and her combatant, who remains in custody at a juvenile facility facing felony assault raps, were members of two rival friend groups at the school. The minor's defense attorney, Greg Smith, says she had no violent history prior to her clash with Gaines and is an accomplished violin player and standout student. She is what you would want out of a 15-year-old, Smith told the Post, and the girl is accused of bashing Gaines' head. The lawyer said his client has been mischaracterized in the wake of the viral footage, while Gaines' friends and family ripped her for the violent beating. Prosecutors will push for the jailed teen case to be removed from juvenile court during the hearing next week so she could be tried as an adult. They're trying to railroad this young girl, man. That's what they're trying to do. Her parents said Smith are scared to death of the case against her. They want her to come home, he said. I bet. And truth be told, why was that girl not released? Why is she held? Why is she being held? Okay, she got a case. She's not a flight risk. Why has she not been released to her parents? Because she hasn't been convicted of anything yet. So why is she not home? This doesn't, that's another thing. That kid should be at home. or post a bond. I'm not sure how juvenile court worked, but it seemed to me like she should be sent home. You don't have that little girl up in that place. That's crazy. So yeah, that's pretty much what they were talking about on that article. So the little girl ain't no squeaky clean angel, and she was actually suspended for fighting. And yeah. So the fight that you might have seen Kelly Gain in on the Twitter, looks like that is actually a day before. So, and I think when I saw the video on Twitter or X, shall I say, I believe that was the case. That video was the video of the fight was from the previous day. But what's so crazy is the other part that is really becoming the thing, which is this DIE attack. It's the new DEI rather. DEI is the new woke, which of course is the new thug, and the thug is the new N word. You know what I'm saying? So that attorney, so the attorney general that also wants this girl railroaded, he also wants to investigate the school DEI policies, whatever the hell that means, because it's had nothing to do with the diversity and inclusion. They I even understand how you get there. It makes no sense. Oh man. Let's see. Okay, so yeah, again it says, and I'm reading from the middle of this another article. It says she was suspended from school for fighting someone else, Smith said, and despite that, found her way back toward the neighborhood around the high school the following day at dismissal time. So she went there to fight. The other girl involved in the March 8th altercation appears in the video to be black. She's facing charges in the juvenile proceeding and remains in custody in St. Louis County. And so these people have done the most to railroad this little sister right here. They proudly, happily doing it. Should be ashamed of themselves. Of course, we know they are not, but that's what they are nonetheless are doing. Which which is something that that's real dirtbaggish. But this should be a big demonstration for the world that, hey, these are the things that go on in America. And we start saying, hey, let's just look at how we have historically been treated in this country. And then what they start doing, they start running out here complaining about DIE, oh man, this DIE, this diversity and inclusion. And stop. They just really love the repeatable lines. And with this, here's a white girl victim. So they feel. Here's the white girl victim, and she is Kylie Hayes. This vicious beast has attacked her, and man, it's ridiculous. Cyberdyne 100, thank you so much for the Cash App donation. I appreciate that. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. Thank you indeed. Cyberdyne 100. Yes, indeed. So moving on. I just wanted to give an update on that and just show you, we need to keep an eye on that story because it's this young sister one day, it's your child the next. or your grandchild, or niece or nephew. So, because again, you have to look at this case through the lens of what they see it as. One big Negro. Because some people, man, she Haitian or this or that. She immigrant and this and that. She might be. But that ain't really the important part about this particular story. You got to be able to look past that. If you can't, then you're in trouble. You know, there are things to learn everywhere and things to observe to avoid early. And that we should do. One who cares in the building. Good to see one who cares. I appreciate you for being in the house. Thank you, Black First. Yeah, that Carlee game person is a nut. You know what I'm saying? And they're going to go up there, square off, lose, and then everybody out there, oh my God. But I mean, let's just be clear. That's kind of how these folks always have moved. Create the problem, then become the victim of the problem they created when a reaction happens. Black Spider in the building. Black First, Black Spider. One of my other I-5 compadres. And y'all already know how these folks do out here. Oyela's Cadence in the building. Greetings, everyone. Yes, indeed. Thank you for being here, as always. And now we are officially international. Thank you for being here. Black First, y'all. Black First from Valdosta, Georgia, with Antithesis. Thank you for being in the building, my brother Antithesis. Black First. And we got Faith Speaks Life in the building. Shout out and salute to you, my good sister, Black First, as always. And thank you for being a member as well. Shout out to all of the members of this channel, as I appreciate all of y'all's support, as well as you who have subscribed. Oh, hey, what did I say? What now? Fox 2 News contacted an attorney general here. And Slime Ball is okay. Oh, Slime Ball silent. Now, I bet. Lord. Yo. Still waiting on that call. I know that's right. Man. Ferocious, the producer in the house. Black First, Ferocious. Thank you for being here, brother. Yeah. Yes, indeed. So, real quick, you know, I'm not gonna do a lot of big, you know, a lot of time on the whole Candace Owens thing. Other than, you know, you guys know Candace Owens has had to take her L, and rightfully so. Rightfully so. And this, for me, you know, it's kind of one of them things that's like, well, you know, we know it was coming. We just didn't know when. But things like this happen. And now she's doing the, hey, big head to black folks, trying to mosey on her way on over to back to the black side of town. And, you know, hey, you know, us and we and we and us and us and we. No. Not to mention, you know, no, it's all the stuff that she done said. Here's my thing. Because, you know, a lot of black folks still have that inner church in them. So, you know, the story of the prodigal son, you know, you got to love on him. And no. When it is what it is, it just simply is what it is. These people are a detriment to the benefit of all black people as a black person. And yes, that can be the case. As also the case with like the guy on your screen as well. But, you know, these people just have to really understand, well, like the Candace Owens, that's just a broken tool. And we get to watch it. You know what I'm saying? It just is what it is, and we get to watch it. Star, thank you. Some chick named Star, thank you so much for the Cash App donation. I appreciate that. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be upon you and yours. Thank you. Diddy on the reason. You said you sent me something, Dominique. Twitter. Let me see. The tag minute. Okay. So I see that. And oh, whoa. Did he got tunnels in his house? But then discovered some tunnels? Oh. Uh-oh. Huh. I mean, and I'm not really shocked. And I'll just put it like this. I'm not going to be shocked about much of anything to come out about that cat. You know, to be honest. And I believe that's where he kind of pigeonholed himself in the bin. You're going to have to rock that insistence right on out. You know, but hey, he's a boss. He could do it. Amaya in the building. Wait, I'm sorry. Amiria. Miria? Amaria. I believe it's Amaria, right? Amaria. Black first. Absolutely. Thank you for being here. And we have Black Anthem in the house. Black first fam. I appreciate you. And we got Isaac Holloway in the house. Black first in Kalamazoo, Michigan. All right. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you for being here. Black first. Yo. And Blueberry Muffin. Diddy went to Cabo Verde where there's no extradition. You know, I've heard that. There's kind of mixed reports. And that's why I'm like, well, why is his location all of a sudden getting so vague and there's different reports? He's here, he's there. Well, he can still travel freely because there's no charges. Well, of course. This is all very interesting though, because you know, when it comes down to letting him travel, this dude has 2 jets. And, you know, as it turns out that not only does he have 2 jets, also kind of seems like he got 2 phones. It sounds like he got them 2 phones. One for the plug and one for the node. Yeah, I think my man got them working them 2 phones too, as they say. How about that? How about Diddy getting it like that, huh? It's going from bad to worse, family. They are saying that they have found Diddy's mule. Yeah, they saying Diddy had a whole drug mule. Oh, boy, they pulling out everything on Diddy right now, ain't they? You got a whole drug mule, sir. Okay. Yeah, it's just all very strange. All very, very, very strange. But believable. but super believable. Tia to you in the house. Thank you for being here. Tia to you in the building. And family, if you have not already done so, like and share this broadcast if you have not already done it. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe right now. And if you want to, you can also become a member. And Tia to you, thank you for always being in the Black First space and doing what you do. I appreciate you, my good sister, and thank you for moderating Black First. And Lady F, yes, indeed, this is a broken tool to the fullest. Yes, indeed, it is, Lady F. Yeah, he is. And thank you as well for being a member. Black First, my good sister. So like I said, yeah, I guess the cat's out the bag, man. This dude has a whole mule. I'm like, wait, what? Oh man. So I actually went and looked at the I wanted to look at the case just to kind of get an idea. And man, there's a lot. There's a lot in that paperwork. It's a lot, just to say the least. Yeah. Oh man. But before we get there, I don't even want to go there just yet. Let me see. I need to hit a couple other things before we do, because once we get to the Diddy thing, I don't think we're going back. Let me see. Let me show you something that's going on here. Let me stop that. Let me get this on here. Yeah, because there's a couple things I gotta get to before we get to Diddy. But this right here is a situation that happened here, which they've released the video of this brother, and so if you guys would, because y'all know I don't usually play those videos, but if you guys do, I might put this up on my on my X, my Twitter page. But here, the family of Derek Clark Jr. alleged police no, it's not family of there is video that shows police shot Derek Clark in the back 8 times. Now, the part that's alleged is they mocked his lifeless body and sent a dog to attack. Now, this is the part that is also on video. They sent a dog to attack his corpse. And actually, wait, I think this video, hold on, let me see. Because actually, I believe this video is from the news. So hold on real quick, family. Let me check something real quick. But yeah, this is how they did my man. They did him dirty. And they're saying, oh yeah, no, they 8 times in the back. Okay, yeah, okay. So yeah, this is actually a news story from here. Local news. So, it's good enough to play on their channel and run commercials and ads. You can leave mine be too, just saying. Anyway, fair use.
As he runs, officers fire at him 8 times.
Wow.
That man is 24-year-old Derek Clark, and those bullets killed him. In this case, both officers were cleared of any criminal charges by a grand jury a few months later in November. But now, a lawsuit filed on behalf of his family claims what happened in the 2 hours after Clark was shot should be reviewed. The complaint, originally filed in December and amended in March, accuses officers of throwing explosive devices at Clark while he was lying on the ground dying. These photos are from a drone that shows Clark's body still giving off heat. After Clark remains motionless, the suit claims an officer releases a dog toward him and watches the dog bite his body. In a photo too graphic to show, you can see gouges on Clark's torso. The complaint also claims law enforcement can be heard on body-worn camera laughing and calling Clark a, quote, warm dead deer.
Man, back to blue. Now, let me tell you something, family. When this actually happened, do you know that the news went out of their way to avoid like showing you who this brother was? It was like media silence. Little peep here, a little peep there. But yeah, outside of that, no. Insane. And you know what's so crazy? Because they didn't want people protesting out in the streets and maybe getting rowdy again. Because again, Clark County is just north. So we're the neighboring area. So where this incident took place, that's just right over the river in Washington. And so they, you know, family, you know what they don't want? They don't want that turn up again. See, if you start turning up, oh man. No, see. But I mean, I guess it all depends on what kind of turn up you gonna do. Because there are certain turn ups now that we do know these people are very much okay with. So when you show up to protest and this is the steam you coming with. So this family, if you're not doing this, they don't want your activism. This is the only type of activism they want. So they had a media blackout on letting us know that the police up there in Washington had deleted this brother. Not only that, by way of shooting him in the back 8 times. The video shows that man clearly walking away. But here's how. This is what they want, family. This is how you gonna protest. This is what they want. You got to do this type of thing. If you're gonna make change, you're gonna dance the change away. You're really not, though. But you know they'll love to put that thought in your mind. Ain't that the case? I mean, good grief. My expressive dancing, my expressive art form. Oh Lord. Okay, so so let me get through these real quick brief stories and clips here because we're gonna talk a little bit about Diddy. So let me get this in here. Hold on. So y'all know they had this little thing at the I guess it was at the White House, right? With Joe Biden. So you all saw the video with Joe Biden and Glorilla. And the irony of having Glorilla at the White House is because they champion the White House right now. They're trying to use abortion as a talking piece to talk around black issues. And this girl's song is pretty much about deleting her baby and being F ninja free. F and F. And so now, why do you think they actually wanted Glorilla? Look at the difference. You had Sexy Red, who just had a baby, as raunchy as she is. And here's Glorilla, who is proud to delete hers. So come to the White House, girl, and we need you to step into these shoes that Cardi B can no longer or won't no longer fill, and Sexy Red just trumped her way right on out of it. So we're going to set you up on this tour, Glorilla, to go talk good about Joe Biden and endorse him. And this is how it went.
What was it like meeting President Biden and Vice President Harris?
It was so cool. I was geeked. Like, I don't get to meet the president and the vice president. And so, like, just being able to be in the White House, like, I never in a million years thought I'd be in the White House. Then I was in the White House and got to meet the president and vice president. Oh, they can't mess with me. Like, I just feel like, oh, you feel me?
And he also sounded like he knew your music as well, Gloria. I mean, I want to read a part, though, of a text that your mother sent you after your visit to the White House. It was so sweet. Let me read this to you. It says, quote, "I've come from being the woman with a bunch of kids living in a blue house with no real furniture in Frasier to the classiest, most beautiful, and most talented rapper of this generation's mom, who's moved on up to a beautifully furnished house. Get 'em, Glow." That is so sweet. Talk to me about what that message meant to you.
But I tell you, if you have a problem figuring out whether you're for me or Trump, then you ain't black.
It meant everything to me because we really did come from absolute nothing. Like when we was living in that blue house with all my brothers and sisters, nobody never would have thought nobody would have been in the White House or none. So it was just a proud moment for my mama. Like she called me so happy, like she was super excited, and that's one of the reasons that I'd be more happy about my accomplishments than anything else, because how proud my mom and my daddy be of me.
All right. Well, yes. And but that wasn't it. Let's see, is this it? Hold on one second. Okay. Yes. And wait a minute. Let me get over here. Okay. Yeah. Now this is the part that really cracked me up, because they really thought they was finna get the endorsement from Glorilla here. But
a concert and a tour, the idea of them inviting you there in particular, did they talk to you about what they wanted politically? Did they want your endorsement? Did they want you to help people get out the vote?
Hey, that ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just living my life like it's golden, living my life like it's golden. But, I'm not going to, talk politics, but I love the president. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody. And at the end of the day, they got to end.
Wait.
Talk politics, but I love the president. You know what I'm saying? I love everybody. And at the end of the day, they got to end.
Yeah, you right, Glow. At the end of the day has got to end. Ain't that the truth? Oh, Lord. Oh my goodness. That is just too funny to me. Oh. Oh, Lord. Man. All right, Glorilla. Don't take a side. And that's the way you should be. I can totally agree with that. Oh, let's see. Where else do I need to okay. It's time to hit this story then. Let me see. Get this out of here. So, in more news, update news. The nurse, as Tubi has put it, the nurse that saw the baby by the side of the freeway has made a statement in court and has now been sentenced. I'm not, now no one's celebrating this girl's situation, but I will say this. When this happened, they was trying to throw black men all up under the bus. And once again, just like in Rhoda's case, Brickgate lady, that's scammer. Well, here's another scammer that is going to probably do a little bit of time.
I am extremely remorseful for the panic, fear, and various range of negative emotions that were experienced across the nation.
Carlee Russell giving a tearful apology in court today, pleading guilty after faking her own kidnapping. Thanks for joining us at 5. I'm Guy Rawlings.
And I'm Sherry Falk. You may remember Russell turned herself into the Hoover City Jail last July. She told police she lied about seeing a baby on the side of the interstate and faked her own abduction. The incident prompted a massive search and gained national attention. Today, she pleaded guilty to 2 misdemeanors.
He even got a Tubi movie. Why they say it like that? That's literally the title of the Tubi movie. She's the nurse that saw the baby by the side of the freeway. Oh, the news anchors ain't asked for that. They knew what they did there.
Court. WVTM 13's Lisa Crane was at that plea hearing. Today, she's live and local in Bessemer. Whew. No jail time for Russell, Lisa, huh?
No jail time. How about that?
No, the case is now closed, and it was not the ending the Hoover police chief or the state attorney general's office had pushed for, but the judge handed down the sentence saying he would not treat Carlee Russell any differently than any other first-time nonviolent offender.
To the misdemeanor offense of making a false police report, how do you plead?
Guilty.
For the first time since she faked her own abduction last summer, we heard Carlee Russell speak. After pleading guilty, she made an emotional plea for leniency in sentencing.
My sincerest apologies to the Hoover Police Department and every other law enforcement agency and personnel for the position that I put them in and for the resources used. I absolutely regret my decision and in hindsight wish that I had cried for help in a totally different manner.
In the end, Judge David Carpenter sentenced Carlee Russell to a total of a year in jail, but suspended that sentence, so she'll be on probation instead. A disappointing end to this case for the state attorney general's office, which stepped in to prosecute the case. They had hoped Russell would at least come clean with the details of what happened during the almost 48 hours she was missing.
Ms. Russell faked the kidnapping, duped the community, and contrived this situation. We still, Judge, don't know to this day where she was, how she got there, what she was doing, and with whom she was doing it with.
Russell was also ordered to serve 100 hours of community service and pay restitution of around $18,000 to the city of Hoover as compensation for the search efforts. Police Chief Nick Durzis was not impressed.
The $17,800, whatever their restitution, is not really close to really what the restitution should be. And bottom line, there should be consequences for your actions. It appears to me here the consequences are for the parents, because I would assume that they're the ones that are going to have to pay for this.
Chief Durzis says that his department actually spent closer to $50,000 in the search for Russell and the ongoing investigation. Wow. Russell must also
Also, as part of her sentencing, must continue her mental health counseling. She'll be back before the judge in October for a review hearing. Live in Bessemer, Lisa Crane, WVTM 13.
Lisa, thanks. We've been following this story for you since last July. You can find a full timeline of the kidnapping hoax.
That is crazy. I'm surprised she got off like that. She lucky as hell, ain't she? Ooh, she lucky. Lucky they just did roast you. All that madness. And you got to do the black men, you don't like black women. You want black women to be abducted. Remember that foolishness they was talking? Oh, no, she lied, and we know a scam when we see a scam. I want black women to be abducted. What? Well, I'll tell you, some of the most weirdest feminist lines that you can hear out here these days that make absolutely no sense. Like, there's one, where is that? Because these are on the super duper extreme, what they say, modern. This that modern woman thinking, I guess. But this is some nutty feminist BS. I don't know what the hell this is. But shout out to Red Joker. He actually posted this, retweeted this earlier. And I found this to be so odd. This is crazy. So just listen to this video.
Sperm donors have to pay child support. So me and my girlfriend decided that we were going to go find a donor and have a kid that way. And after that, my girlfriend and I stayed together for about 3 more years, and then we broke up. My girlfriend never signed the birth certificate of our child, so she never became the parent of our child legally. And so when we broke up, she said that she had no legal obligation to this child, and she didn't want to be the parent anymore. Of course, I was like, whatever, that's fine. Just give me, some child support. And she said, did you not hear me? I have no legal obligation to this child. I'm not going to pay child support. So now I'm trying to get the sperm donor to pay child support because biologically he is my daughter's parent. So I want him to give me his half. Of course, they're refusing to give me his contact information. So I don't know what to do at this point. But I just think it's really messed up that somebody can just go donate sperm and then have nothing else to do with the kid that comes from it.
That is absolutely insane. That is absolutely insane. So you don't want a man involved, but you want a sperm donor. And then your partner becomes a deadbeat parent. And then you want to go after the sperm donor for support. That's insane. I would hope that's a troll video. Yeah, I would hope so. But I don't know. The way things are shaping up these days.
But this is my whole thing, right? I'm sitting here thinking to myself, like, this is the realization I came to. The nighttime is only scary because men exist. You sit there and you think about that real quick, like I just did. The nighttime, this is blowing my mind, this little light right here. The nighttime is only scary, okay? Because men exist. Women are only afraid, paranoid, worrisome, anxiety-filled at night because the men are out there. Say I'm lying. Say I'm lying. Take away the men. What's scary about nighttime? Tell me quickly. The silence is loud. It is. It is. That's crazy. I don't think y'all. What's scary about nighttime without the men? What's scary? Tell me. What's gonna happen? We gonna drop it like it's hot all night. The men not there. We lit. That's all I'm saying to y'all. That's crazy.
Okay. Let's do it like this. I just want y'all to take a real good look at what you're looking at and watch the body language for itself. Here's the sound off. Now, I'm not sure of the age of a lot of y'all. But some of y'all are at an age to where y'all know how to read folks' eyes. What do y'all see? My issue with this, and not to disparage anyone, but we tend to go our days without ever really taking into consideration what we saw growing up. We saw a lot of babies being born on dope. Those children are now in their 30s, late 20s. High functioning crack babies. For those who know what that look, I'm just saying, if you just think about what the children that you knew when they were little kids that were crack babies. They have to grow up, But so just put this in perspective. When you start hearing people talking real wild like this and it makes sense to them, they think about it. No, don't. Not the angle I would be taking. And I don't know this sister. And like I said, I ain't trying to besmirch her or whatever. But yeah, man. That's what she's saying is illogical and irrational. Here, and let me break that down. Here's one point. Nighttime is not scary without men. I would wonder if the women in prison would agree. I mean, the nighttime being scary, you could be out in the wilderness and say the nighttime's not scary. Let me tell you a story about a good old Forest Park in my city. And this is something that can happen in the city. So that's why they tell women, don't go out there, especially at night by yourselves. You want to walk in pairs. You want to have things that you can get loud or be bright or kind of scare off wildlife with. And one lady thought that she would be able to just do it her way. And at first they were thinking she disappeared from foul play. Until one of the cameras caught a cougar, walking about with a little bit of blood on its fur. Needless to say, they found the cougar, put the cougar down, and inside the cougar was said woman. That cougar tore that woman up. These, and again, this is and I mean, it's not funny, but it's, don't take bad advice from people you should not be taking advice from in the first place, because people like this will have you running off a cliff, family. You understand me? And, I guess you figure, hey, let me get on here and do this video. I'm matching. Got all my tattoos showing. And, here's another thing. Something about and no shade on New York. No shade on New Yorkers. But why do all non-foundational Black American New Yorkers think they can talk about foundational Black American business? I just don't get it. But I will say this. She did not call out foundational Black Americans. She just said men in general. But if you're saying men in general, okay, there's no men around at night. How long is the next day? How are you regenerating? And not only that, how is she even here? Without men, just think about it. Without men, the night wouldn't be scary. Wow. Yeah, so just, quick segue. Do not take advice from suspected potential babies of the narcotic. Oh, yikes. Well, there's some madness out here, ain't it? Now, moving on to the unfortunate tragedy of Baltimore. There's, I guess in every type of tragedy, you're going to have the conspiracy theorists hopping out like, oh, man, it's this, it's that. I don't know. I will say there's a video that I've seen circulated that kind of does a little time lapse. The ship kind of ends up positioned. I can't say the ship positioned itself in this manner. I will say that the ship subsequently became in said position in whatever way that was. And the unfortunate disaster occurred. Now, with that being said, there's like smoke. There's cars clearly driving over this bridge. And then for some reason, maybe it was lining up to try to go underneath. Because I'm assuming it would have cleared the bridge, but then it just makes a straight beeline for the beam. It's like, how did this happen? I just don't get it. That's one that, people get. I can understand why people would speculate and be like, hey, man, what's up with this? Because, I mean, man, soon as that thing hit, that thing came crashing down. I will say this. And first, to all of the family that has lost loved ones out there, salute to y'all. And condolences. If we have lost any of the family out there, and to the fallen, man. But let's see who I see. Oh, I see Cynthia Newman has came in the building. Shout out to you, Cynthia Newman. Thank you for being here. Black first. Let me see if anybody else new in here in the chat. See Nightbot on deck. All right. Okay. I see Patricia Slade in the building. Jersey City in the building. Thank you for being here, Black First. Angry Man Podcast. I've heard of that. I have definitely heard of that. Okay. I think I got everybody. Yep. So back to Baltimore. Man, that's crazy that they ran into that bridge like that. Now, here's a very interesting thing, though. Biden, boy, they must have rolled him out of the bed early. And he hopped out there and was like, you know what? We're going to fix the whole bridge. Like, wait a minute. The shipping company needs to cover their fault. It's a whole shipping company. Biden jumping out there, we're going to pay for it. Oh, wait a minute, buddy. Hold on. But yeah, here we go.
It's my intention that the federal government will pay for the entire cost of reconstructing that bridge. And I expect the Congress to support my effort. This is going to take some time. The people of Baltimore can count on us, though, to stick with them at every step of the way until the port is reopened and the bridge is rebuilt. You know, we're not leaving until this job gets done. Not leaving until then. So I just want to say God bless everybody who everyone harmed this morning and their families. And may God bless the first responders, many of whom risking their lives. And the reason I'm not going to take a lot of questions, there's remaining issues that are open that we got to determine what's going to happen in terms of the rescue mission and the like. But
Do you plan to go to Baltimore, sir? And if so, how quickly?
I do, and as quickly as I can. That's what
you said the federal government's also going to pay for the repairs. I'm just curious. This was a ship that appears to be at fault. Is there any reason to believe that the company behind the ship should be held responsible? And then also, you mentioned
that could be, but we're not going to wait for that to happen. We're going to pay for it to get the bridge rebuilt and opened.
Yeah, I've never seen that done before, but whatever, Joe Biden. Okay, cool. Why not throw money at it? Dolly. This is isn't this an Indian, Indian affiliated? Because I believe they saying majority of the people were on it were Indian nationals. It has, and there's something out there that says that the captain actually, or the pilot of the boat is actually Ukrainian. However, they're trying to put it out there that the company mostly has foreign Indians on it. But they're not saying that the pilot wasn't a Ukrainian man that they saying. They're just saying, oh, well, the company is. And so you'll see that out there. So the company is this, but there's also this Ukrainian man that they saying is the pilot. But, leave it to, like Brother Phil Scott say, leave it to them folks to find some kind of way to rope black folks into what they talking about. Family. I'm sure you, I seen Brother Torian do a video earlier about this Utah, this politician from Utah that has basically racialized this whole situation. I mean, it literally makes no sense, but let's see what he did anyway. And you should see some of these racist comments out here, even about the mayor of Baltimore. I mean, they acting like he some kind of like yo dude. It's like he's a politician. I mean, come on, man. Let me see. Do I have a picture of this dude? Let me see if I have this guy's picture. No. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see. This dude. Oh, he's actually running for governor. Phil Lyman. I guess I don't. So anyway, let's check this out. Phil Lyman, a Utah Republican lawmaker and candidate for governor, quickly used Baltimore's Francis Scott Key Bridge collapse to boost his gubernatorial campaign by blaming the accident on efforts to make workplaces more diverse. I'm not sure how he gets there within what we saw. This is a ship with a mechanical failure. And yet, black folks is on the mind, boy. I'll tell you what. He later said he had not authorized the comment before it was posted by his social media team. A cargo ship reportedly lost control and ran into a support structure for the bridge early Tuesday morning, destroying the structure. And as we've already seen, let's see. As rescue crews were searching for possible victims, Lyman blamed the tragedy on the culture wars over diversity, equity, and inclusion. Lyman was responding to a post from the Young Conservative Federation attacking Port of Baltimore's commissioner, Corinthia Barber, a black woman who, according to her professional biography, owns a consulting firm that includes diversity, equity, and inclusion audits and consulting. This is what happens when you have governors who prioritize diversity over well-being. Sick. Insecurity of citizens. Lyman posted. Now, I don't know what this man was thinking and how this was supposed to come over, but yeah, dude. Matter of fact, you know what? Let me do something. Hold on. I know what I'm gonna do. I gotta. Let's open that up. That's what we're gonna do. I want to see this. Okay, because I want to read these comments in this mug. There we go. All right. This is what happens when you have governors who prioritize diversity over well-being and security of citizens. And the Young Conservative Federation, they said, let's meet the commissioners for the Port of Baltimore, starting with Corinthia A. Barber. She knows nothing about ports, but she is a diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging DEIB author and consultant. So they were really torn up about her, right? Now, what's so crazy is, and so I guess if you can look at these two guys, here's he's running for governor and he has 4,000 followers. Boy, your campaign is breaking out there, isn't it, buddy? And then here's some young conservatives. They have even less than him. Oh, it looks like they go hand in hand now, don't they? But nonetheless, highly regarded consultant, strategist, and speaker with experience in education, human resources, and business. She is the founder and CEO of Professional Development Associates, LLC, a consulting practice that provides leadership and workforce training, coaching, and diversity, equity, inclusion, and belonging audits and consulting. Oh, the Baltimore native is a life member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated and the Baltimore chapter of the Baltimore chapter links. Oh yeah, okay. So she's so then a boule for all intents and purposes. So here are the anti-black bigots, white ones, and then here's an anti-black bigot, black one. Yeah, don't get us confused. And somebody said, "What you mean? She an AKA sister girl? Yeah, sister girl. No, yeah, the sister girl. She gonna look out for all of us because the sister girl.
So I'm not
no.
gonna sit here and say I'm gonna do something that's only gonna benefit black people. No.
Oh, now some people actually came for his neck, and they should, and they should. So he got his little 2 minutes of fame to try to boost his little weak campaign that nobody's clearly paying attention to. So clearly, you won't have to worry about him for governor if you're in Utah, because his campaign is clearly trash. But that's what his take was on Baltimore. Goofball. Anyway. Oh, boy. I just with that whole Baltimore thing, it made no sense. It's like, how do you get to, it's diversity and inclusion. See, and then he's saying he didn't see the, he didn't vet the tweet, right? So your team is just there ready to post. They're on post just to give the first anti-black thing they can. I mean, because that's pretty much what you're saying. It's insane. Oh, but you know who has kind of somewhat resurfaced, which I'm extremely shocked. Let me switch screens here. Y'all gonna be a face we have not seen in a while. I'm like, oh, wonder why they brought her out. Thought she was over in Africa or something. But ladies and gentlemen, they have blown the cobwebs and dust off of a good old shield. I guess they figure they need to pull out all the stops in 2024. So guess who's back?
Voting is not magic. Voting is medicine. Magic, you do it once, ta-da, things are done. It doesn't work that way. Voting is medicine. There are ills in our society. There are challenges that we face, and we need to take the medicine to ameliorate the consequences to make us better. But sometimes the medicine is bitter. Sometimes it feels worse than the actual malady that you face. But part of taking medicine is that you've got to do it over and over and over again, because when you stop, often whatever you're facing will metastasize and get worse. And so we have to consistently engage in voting, because voting in and of itself is not the point. It's not about who's on the ballot. It's about who's in the booth. It's about which people are making the choices and how do our lives improve. Because we live in a democracy, because we live in a nation where we elect people to make choices on our behalf, we can't hope that they'll do the right thing once we put them in office.
Just hear a little bit of that again.
But part of taking medicine is that you've got to do it over and over and over again, because when you stop, often whatever you're facing will metastasize and get worse. And
now that's some kind of logic right there, Stacey. That is some kind of logic. I mean, okay. This woman is literally sitting up and see, voting is like medicine. No, it is not. How you gonna say voting for the lesser of two evils is like medicine? Based on the logic to which she's coming with, this is literally saying, you just take a little dose of cancer, just a little dose. It's not gonna hurt you, but if you don't manage your non-cancer with cancer, then it'll just get worse. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Stacey Abrams probably should have stayed where she is at, because this ain't it. This is not it. No. Nah, we voting for the couch, man. No tangibles, no vote. No black agenda, no vote. And again, we advocate strongly about voting your interests. Our interests aren't here. There's nothing here for us. I mean, one day you're saying, vote or die, vote or die. And then when that tool get broken, he on the run himself. So, it's funny. Oh, yeah, not to mention, election denying. I mean, there's clips you can see on the line online that show that show Stacey Abrams for like 4 to 6 minutes denying that she lost. She's a denier. Yeah, she was over there in Africa hanging out for a hot second. Yes, indeed. Velly Ray in the building. What's going on, my brother? I don't believe Joe even knows he's president. Yeah, you might be on to something there. Salute to you, my brother. Man, I'm telling you, that dude, yeah, he's as gone as they come, man. Deneen Soul in the building. Shout out Deneen Soul. Thank you for being here as well. And maybe Deneen, she talking about the hangover from what I can't really say, because you would have to be full on politics or policy. And that is something that we absolutely cannot say we have seen at all. You know what I'm saying? At all. Keep Prince, member for 13 months. Thank you. Go back to Africa, Stacey. I know that's right. Shout out and salute to you. And thank you also for being a member, and as well, Deneen Soul, for being members. Thank you so much. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. Thank you. And let me take a look at this real quick. And Faith Speaks Life. Thank you for your Cash App donation. I appreciate you. Peace, power, blessings, and protection be up on you and yours. Lady Evans, I don't think he knows he's Joe. You might be right. I don't think I could call you wrong. Don't forget Joe. Don't forget his anti-blackness. Absolutely not. That's one of the major things about Joe Biden. Oh, and it's funny that you said that, Judah Queen, because at the end of the day, we're seeing this flood, this overburdening of the country with these illegals. And now you got this cat down here in Mexico trying to get money. Now, here's the funny thing about the dude from Mexico. He's actually wanting money from America for poor Latin countries and the Caribbean. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. When you always have to remember this.
This country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. You hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do.
No. And then you have this, like I played this earlier, but this dude.
Does that change your mind or what you guys are going to do moving forward, looking at kind of this illegal immigration and border crisis that we have going on?
It needs to. I wish, if people, when they hear immigration, I think a lot of people, the first thing they think of is the border. The first thing we should think of is workforce. National security and border issues are really important. And some of the chaos at the border is because if you don't have a robust work visa program, then people who are desperate for opportunities come and they'll make an asylum claim instead.
They'll make an asylum claim instead when they should be deported because they're here breaking the law? I don't think so, buddy. Man. But this is another reason why we ain't doing Joe Biden in 2024. Simple as that. It is really simple as that. And so, where in the world is Diddy San Diego? This guy got problems, don't he, family? This guy got a lot of problems right now. And right now, it's alleged. But, got a special guest that might check in from time to time tonight that has a little opinion on the matter.
He did that shit. Guilty as fuck.
So, we might just have to hear from him from time to time, because, sometimes, Fifth, he be right, shoes. He done seen some things. I mean, Cat Williams, he showed his say, this the year of exposure. It show his leap year too. Yes, indeed, Key Prince. And I mean, hey, all of these things and accounts are alleged. What 50 got to say?
He did that shit. Guilty as fuck.
Oh, Lord. That's hilarious. I just gotta say. Oh man, but let's get into it, family.
And tonight we are starting with that dramatic situation happening as we speak in both LA and Miami Beach at the homes of Sean Diddy Combs. You know him as Diddy, formerly Puff Daddy, big-time rapper, big-time producer, big-time superstar, and now the feds at his houses in both locations. This is a live look right now. On the left, that's West Coast, that's LA. On the right, that's Miami Beach you're looking at. I want to show you in just the last couple of minutes. In LA, agents holding what look to be guns as they walk into the home as they enter.
Now, what I would like to know, and I wonder if Ben Crump going to jump on this or if he going to hold back. I don't know. I want to touch this. 10-foot forward. No. Big Daddy and all. I don't know if I want to get involved with that. Now, the time of what they done did to you, but I don't know if I can take your case. But it's terrible. You need justice. Man, I don't think I can do it for you, Diddy. Whew. That is crazy. They got the M raps at his joint, like for real. Got the ATF type joints out. And this is Homeland Security raiding you, by the way.
Enter the home, and you can see some of the apparatus there that they've brought. I want to get to Dana Griffin, who is following this for us now. Why is this happening? What do we know?
Hallie, still, as you mentioned, this is a developing story, so we're learning new details minute by minute. NBC News has confirmed that this is a raid being conducted by Homeland Security and that the warrant specifically came out of the Southern District of New York. Now, we believe this is tied to sex trafficking allegations. There's an investigation into claims that that the rapper may have been involved in this. So we believe this is connected to that. But obviously, what a split screen moment here to see investigations not only in Miami, but also Los Angeles, which shows that this was very coordinated and planned. And remember, when it comes to warrants, these aren't things that are just, done haphazardly. This had to be signed by a judge. So this was obviously very methodical. And this is a sprawling home here in California. This is located in the Holmby Hills area, a very wealthy area. That home that we can see from that sky cam is massive, sprawling, and we don't know exactly what they are looking for. It could be something as small as a USB drive, or it could be several boxes of documents that could prove his guilt or prove his innocence. So, and you mentioned those guns that we saw law enforcement carrying. It sounds like that's pretty routine because they're going into a home. It's a huge home. It's not secured. But from what we have seen on the ground and from local reports, that this was a very easy entry. There was no sort of violence or any sort of skirmish inside.
Of course not. You snuck up on these people. This ain't the Davidian compound. I mean, that's the way they talk. Like the way they showed up is like, this is going to be the Branch Davidians. No, it's just old P. Diddy, old popping bottles, P. Diddy. And so, if anything, this is over the top. I could say that. This is most definitely over the top. They didn't do this. You didn't see this about Harvey Weinstein. Now, what I will say is, see, when you got a person like Diddy, there's other things going on. Like, he's a person that also knows other people's secrets. You feel what I'm saying? So he could possibly have some issues on the Epstein front if they do charge him. So maybe that's why they left him to be, until they can get something to actually put charges on him and maybe put him in a position to tell on others, and who knows? There's so many things that could possibly happen when you have long-standing relationships. No Diddy.
At the home, so the weapons that you may have seen, they're just cautionary, and this could several hours.
Yeah. Yikes. Whew. Now, from what I'm understanding about all of this is seeming to stem from his case. And then, yet some people could also probably say, when you deal with certain folks, that, you might come up with certain results. I mean, I can't say that he actually was I don't know what people be involved in or whatnot. Certain celebrities have just unique associations. It's very interesting. And, got to be careful when you're out here dibbling and dabbling. Just saying, and sometimes, the myth is not as mythy, but not as conspiracy as people want to make it. Maybe these people do really love Satan. Everybody wants to forget about that part. Let's party with Whitney's dead body in the building. I'm just saying. Well, got to hit another part of the story. This fella here, if you guys have not already been informed, Diddy got problems. Jargon Falls man arrested in Miami on drug charges. Also named as a alleged mule for Sean Diddy Combs in the lawsuit, by the way. This story comes out of, where was that plane? Oops, Miami. Well, this says Brendan Paul, a 25-year-old man from Chagrin Falls, who was arrested earlier this week on drug charges in Florida, has also been named in a case connected to rapper Sean Diddy Combs. Paul's arrest Monday, which happened in Opelika, Florida, came the same day authorities searched Combs' properties in Los Angeles and Miami in a bi-coastal raid that captured national attention. So his arrest came the same day as authorities raided Diddy's homes on a bi-coastal raid. All right. That's not looking good. The Associated Press previously reported the raids are part of an ongoing sex trafficking investigation by federal authorities in New York. The arrest report from Miami-Dade police shows Paul was taken into custody around 4:30 p.m. for allegedly being in possession of suspected cocaine and marijuana-laced candy. The defendant had the contraband inside of his personal travel bags, which he claimed prior to being searched. According to the arrest report, wait a minute, wait. So that means that you let him fly and then get his bag. So you were already on him. So when we're talking about sex trafficking charges and all of this sex trafficking that they're talking about, that's what they told us all of this was about. However, I want you to get used to hearing something new, family. And that is pink cocaine. Now, some could probably speculate why it would be pink. If you're infusing something with something else and now you're ingesting something. Just saying, sometimes things aren't just conspiracy. Sometimes things are actually pink. Anyway, it's funny how they say The Simpsons also predict certain things. Okay, moving on. The suspect, cocaine, was located and tested by agents. Again, if you go into the Diddy story and the affidavit, it is, they talk a lot about this pink cocaine. Miami court records indicate Paul posted bond. His next hearing is currently scheduled for Wednesday, April 24th at 9 a.m. Police list Paul's address in the 165 or the 165 100 block of Heatherwood Lane in Chagrin Falls. When it comes to the Combs lawsuit, several photographs of Paul are included within a 79-page document that was filed March 4th in the United States Federal Court, Southern District of New York. One line in the complaint alleges Paul works as Combs' mule. He acquires and distributes Mr. Combs' drugs and guns, according to the document. And yeah, they talk about this pink coke, and it's this pink cocaine. Oh, to you. To you. That Teletubby gizzang. You better know it. You better know it. Man. And one who cares said his bell was low. Ah, you already know. You already know. Oh, let's see. There's more to this, ain't there? Let me see. Maybe that is it. Okay. Looks like that's all. That's all in this article. So they picked this guy up. I guess this dude used to be a Syracuse basketball player. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. He used to play for Syracuse. But it's very interesting. They talk about this. But there's a lot in this, and I mean, I'll just let me open this. I had it open. Why did it close? Bear with me 1 second, family. Go ahead and open for me. Say working. Where's it at? Okay, hold on. Like this Joker is huge. They got this. Like I think Cassie's. He probably thought Cassie's was manageable, but this right here, I don't know. I don't know, their player. This dude got problems. Even in the paperwork, it got like a trigger warning. Let me see here. Let me see. Let me get this over here. And I'm not gonna go too deep in this, but I do just want to show y'all how heavy this is. So let me see a little bit. All right, so you can see. Here's what they filed. Justin Dior Combs. So these are all the people who he's doing things against. That's a lot. Not to mention, look at the labels. So recording studio, Love Records, Motown Records, Universal Music Group. See, these things are gonna start getting a little interesting. Man. Now, they're gonna show you who these people are. Let's see, I'll skip past that. They'll show you who the parties are. The picture they used of Diddy. Oh, and Justin. So he's defendant Lucian Charles Grange is CEO and defendant. Okay. Oh, that's Lucian. Okay. And then, okay, it's above their names. Defendant Ethiopia. I don't even know what the hell how to pronounce that. But former CEO of Motown Records, parent company of Defendant Love Records. All right. I mean, all these people are named, and these people are defendants. Christina Quorum is the chief of staff of Sean Diddy Combs Global Enterprises. Just can't help notice all that black she got on. All right. There's Chalice, Motown, Universal, and Love. And Combs Enterprises. And then they kind of just tell you. But I want to skim down here a bit. Because they got some. Oh, and that's the picture that wasn't him. So that's the one guy do. But Thanksgiving 2022, Mr. Jones is assaulted by young Miami's cousin. And so on Thanksgiving Day 2022, Mr. Jones was in Mr. Combs' house located in Miami, Florida. Young Miami and her female cousin were also present. Mr. Combs was intoxicated and offered some of that candy to Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones rejected him and proceeded to walk into the restroom. While using the restroom, young Miami's cousin burst into the bathroom and began groping Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones believes that Mr. Combs sent her in there to sexually do something to him. And as she entered the bathroom, she dropped to her knees and began doing things, which is very interesting because, again, thought he was going to pee. But, okay. So he pushed her away and exited the bathroom. Young Miami's cousin did not accept Mr. Jones' rejection. As she proceeded to follow Mr. Jones out of the bathroom, she started undressing and attempted to straddle him. Wow. Okay. Now, see, here's the thing. So I guess here's where they kicking it. And here are them kicking it. So, I mean, so he actually has, like, this case it's a problem. It is a problem. And man, oh yeah, you absolutely glad, because let me tell you something. You know, one of the things you end up saying no to is being in predicaments like this. Because yeah, you'll have nights like this. I wish raindrops would fall. Nights like this. I wish raindrops would fall. Oh, and then, hey, Mr. Combs, we would like to talk to you. Mr. Combs, we would like to talk to you, sir. Yeah, if you don't know, I got a plane to catch. Check it out. Hey, vote or die. Vote or die. I'm out of here. Thought I told you that we can't stop. Thought I told you that we can't stop. But why is he in pink? And they keep talking about that pink Yola he liked. That pink Yola, he's slanging too, by the way, if you didn't catch that. Out of all the music that this man, so see here, and here's where the Epstein kind of thing comes in, because when you're talking about like is pink Yola something that you see or hear of heavy on the market, family? No, you really don't. So like I said, some people could come up with a few wild ideas from some conspiracies, theories, things that have been said out there that they might be doing that ends up with something pink. And then they are now found a way to infuse it with that narcotic. It's like snorting the fountain of youth, I would assume. Maybe that's what they believe. I'm guessing. I don't know. But yeah, that just has the sound of something that sounds it sounds like adrenaline. It ends with chrome. I'll say that. And so some of these raids might just be getting rid of evidence. So, got to make sure we go burn those tapes. Got to go get rid of those, clear out those hard drives that got such and such on it. Because now they have him. See, they're talking about sex trafficking. Oh, you don't think twice about it. But what about when it turns into a narcotics case? This is what you could be looking at is a federal narcotics trafficking case. Now you start moving that into the sex trafficking. Diddy is lucky. I don't know. Maybe he lucky or not, but Diddy could end up like Epstein. I'm just saying. Because some of these people believe they're never going to die. And they'll damn sure throw his black ass right on out the window. And some people say that the Simpsons might have already predicted it and called it. And again, I just cannot miss the fact that this dude is in a pink suit. And we're literally talking about pink cocaine. We talk about pink dope, family. And this man is running from law enforcement. Or maybe they say he's running with him, but okay. Yeah, so some people might be out here saying, hey, y'all need to, man, he a black man, man. Look, man, y'all can't be doing another black man like that, yo. You can't do another black man like that, y'all. Y'all doing it wrong, man. Well, please. Like I said in my tweet earlier, y'all just remember all these people who got toe up by Diddy in the past. And we're not yet done with Diddy tonight, because we have to hit some of these other kind of interesting moments with this dude that should hit on the strange side of the game. You understand what I'm saying? On the very, very, very strange side of the game. Yeah, like starting with this.
And he's in. You ever seen the movie 48 Hours? Right now, he's having 48 hours. Him and his boy. They're having the times. When
No Diddy. Do you hear this dude? Yeah, he's like spinning. You remember the movie 48 Hours is about two policemen. I'm sorry, one cop and one convict. Who's who in this particular situation, Diddy? When Justin Bieber is spending 48 hours with Diddy. And look at the chain of suspected or / potential grooming here. What did he just say? He just said that Usher is Justin Bieber's guardian and Usher or P. Diddy was Usher's guardian.
When he did his first album, I don't have legal guardianship for him for the next me. So
Boy, that was nervous as hell, wasn't it? Yeah, so for the next 48 hours, he's with me. Yikes. The hell? Man. Folks be over here just throwing their kids at these people, man. Go get a career. Go get a career, Justin.
Yeah, and we gonna go full crazy.
What? And again, family, the hell did he just say? We going buck crazy. Buck crazy? All right. Okay. I mean, they tell you about this business here. This business is nuts. Absolutely nuts, family.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I mean, you haven't. I mean, you try to get in contact with me, through all my, partners and whatnot. Mm-hmm. But you never really got my number, so.
Right. Okay.
My number?
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you.
Look like old Bieber had enough. Bieber, oh yeah, man, yeah, man, man, about that, Diddy, we ain't hung out. I mean, I don't really know what to tell you, Diddy. I mean, yeah. See, that right there, man, And for those of you like, hey, man, all of this is just speculation. And that is true. That's very true. All this is alleged speculation. Some could be just theory or whatnot. But 50 say this.
Guilty as fuck.
I mean, but I'm not 50, so I mean, who knows? I just don't know. But I mean, because again, like I said, until proven guilty or even charged, I can't really say. But you know, some people do have a strong opinion about this, and you know, I'm not necessarily saying I subscribe to this opinion, but 50 say
He did that
this.
shit. Guilty as fuck.
So I'm just saying. Am I wrong? I mean, because think about what Diddy do. You over here, man, we don't hang out like this a kid, man. What are you talking about? We don't hang out no more like that. Man, you don't call me. Hey, Diddy. Oh, Piper ass. What you talking about? Folks on some weirdness, man. And absolute will look. Well, we always need to look at him with a side eye. But I always say, you know, he's been long representing Team Treason in many different facets. You know, whether it be a poisoning of image by way of making it look like it's something, but it's really not, or if it's by way of the artists whose careers have been destroyed or whose lives and families have been destroyed by working with this man. We saw what he did to Sean. And he's legitimately one of the people who, he's another one. I really love J-Lo. It's like, and the reality of her is starting to show by the day. So it makes sense that they were together. Two people who give nothing, no cares about nothing else other than themselves furthering their careers, just as Captain Sulfur himself.
When you want to be the president of the United States, you call your man. Call him. We'll give you a platform, give you a way to speak because you on to something, kid. Well, you on to something. You making sense to me. You got me. I am franchised. I'm not disenfranchised no more. And we gonna keep it nonpartisan, but we gotta applaud when somebody's making sense. Because we've been all around, all over, speaking to politicians, and this is what we call real talk. This is what people. Now y'all understand why we vote. We're gonna edit everybody else ass out and just run his. Yeah,
I appreciate y'all. Thank you. And I just want to say how much I appreciate Puff Daddy for doing the kinds of work that he's doing, because he doesn't have to do this. But this is part of what is important about giving back.
We applaud you, and I want to apologize for not sweating, but I do this so much. I'm so cool. I just want to see everybody I'm interviewing is sweating. I'm not even touching my brow. I'm so cool, and I want to apologize. I ain't trying to make you look bad or nothing like that, but I'm just so cool. We
T-shirt. I tell you, if he was wearing one of those fancy designer clothes he's designing, he'd be sweating just like me.
The guy's good.
The one thing that people never understand about the game is it is just that. The game. And if you are not part of they thing, then you are just a pawn of they thing. And when you turn out to be a pawn, you have to own being a pawn. Just like the next two guys up in this video.
Standing up and standing by.
Lord.
We're on the verge of a race war.
The hell would you say that?
White men like Trump need to be banished. that way of thinking, it's real dangerous. When you look at it, we don't have no choice. You know what I'm saying? You can say what you want about Biden. I can't say I love the pick either.
Oh,
We got
whoa,
to hold him accountable.
Oh, the BS line.
He did that
Check
shit.
it on
Guilty
50.
as fuck.
We just got to get him in office and then hold him accountable. No, sir. No, sir. I have to strongly disagree. And then, there was another cat that is funny. Like, he's going to try to propel his way back into, I guess, the masses' good graces, because there's some things mentioned about this other fella who chimed in on this. And Joy Reid, being Joy Reid, found her opportunity to this is giving something. It's not giving Harvey Weinstein or Jeffrey Epstein, but it's giving R. Kelly.
It's giving R. Kelly, Teray. It's giving. It's disturbing.
I was personally disturbed many years ago. Okay, I know this man well enough to call him and say, hey, I need a favor.
Yeah.
And this might have been 10, 12 years ago that I called him and say, hey, I have a family member who I want you to hire them as an intern.
Yeah.
And I have never talked about this publicly. And he said yes. And they were flying around, one of the interns, Atlanta, Miami, whatever, on the jet, in the house, whatever. And then the internship stopped abruptly, like 3 or 4 months into it.
Yeah.
And I spoke to my family member, like, well, what happened? And they wouldn't say.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why did it end? He wouldn't say. And years later, they finally came out, and this a male, and said that Puff had said, come home, stay the night with me, or the internship is over. And they said, absolutely not. He said, absolutely not. And the internship ended. But from there, I was like, this is how it goes. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So to hear that things went even further with potentially, allegedly, many other people, it's not, we feel like we've seen this coming.
Maybe so and maybe not. I'm just saying, maybe so and maybe not. We've seen this coming. I don't know. Maybe so. But also, maybe not. So who knows? We'll keep an eye on what happens with Diddy. But at the end of the day, Diddy gonna have to hold his own nuts, because Diddy been crapping on the black community in an underhanded way while propelling himself to the heights that he wanted to find himself, using the black community and artists as well. So, that's not shaping up to be a pretty situation. You add the narcotics into the mix. Plus, there was also a shooting that is also implicated in this whole thing. And then that's also within this 75-page case. 50 says what?
He did that shit. Guilty as fuck.
And they got bloody pictures and whatnot. I mean, who knows? I mean, it is what it is. But we're seeing it. That's all I can say. So, we got one more thing or two more things. And this is something I hope we finally can get this dude out the mix. Not that this is the person to do it. However, we're coming up again on this election year. We're seeing some tools being broken, but then we're also seeing some tools being reinvented and some tools resurfacing who really represent this class of person.
Buck dancing, shuffling, scratching, bootlicking, bamboozling, Uncle Tom Negro.
And so, ladies, without further ado, I give you the Puerto Rican Coleman Hughes.
Your argument for color blindness, I think, is something that the right has co-opted. And so many in the Black community, if I'm being honest with you, because I want to be, believe that you are being used as a pawn by the right and that you're a charlatan. He's not a Republican.
Well, no, see, he's a charlatan because he's not Black. And so he's up here with that. Look at the side profile. You know you're talking to a Latino. So he up there faking the funk. Yes, he's a charlatan because now you have represented the fraud that you are not one of us, but you're up here trying to speak for us. And look at how she's coming to his defense. He's not a Republican.
How do you? You've never voted. You've said that you're a conservative.
No,
no, you did. You actually said that. I cast it 2 weeks ago.
I was a conservative.
Yes, yes, you did. So, but my question to you,
why does she keep interrupting and interjecting?
To you is, how do you respond to those critics?
I don't think I've been co-opted by anyone. I've only voted twice, both for Democrats. Although I'm an independent, I would vote for a Republican.
No, see, he's only voted twice because he probably only could. Coleman Hughes is young, but he's older than the voter cycles he's talking about. So he only voted twice. It's like, well, he's 28. He should have probably made 3 elections. But nonetheless. So what he's saying is he voted Democrat. So I'm assuming he means he voted for Joe Biden in 2020 as well. But, you know, what he has been doing is, of course, he's the guy that runs interference, talking about why Black folks don't need cash payment reparations. Well, he's not entitled to it at all. But, you know, that's why they keep him on in front of the camera.
Probably a non-Trump Republican if they were compelling. I don't think there's any evidence I've been co-opted by anyone, and I think that's an ad hominem tactic. People.
Well, see, look at your name, buddy. You know, your name up here is saying Coleman Hughes. Coleman Hughes. You're Coleman Hughes. It's going to cut that. And it's funny. I actually work with a Puerto Rican. Don't tell you if you got Cruz on your name, Cruz is going to stay on your name. Don't tell me that we're going to do it. No, them names will be hyphenated, player, just like it's Cruz Hughes. So yeah, don't. Because here's the truth. You know, like he's saying, oh, I'll vote for this and I'll vote for that. He knows good and doggone well. He sees himself as different than Black folks. And he uses his melanin as some kind of trying to live a duality lifestyle. And when I'm Latino, well, but I'm Black like you. See, we're all Black, but I'm Latino. No, but I'm Black, and I'm going to talk Black issues. No, man, stay in your damn lane.
People use to not address really the important conversations we're having here. And I think it's better, and it would be better for everyone if we stuck to the topic.
Like staying in your damn lane. So wait, author and podcast host Coleman Hughes joined the co-host on Wednesday discussing his new book, The End of Race Politics. Arguments for a Colorblind America. Take that to the DR, dude. Okay. Are Puerto Ricans colorblind? I would, if any Puerto Ricans are watching the replay, or you anybody want to sit up here and tell that lie? that Puerto Ricans, even in Puerto Rico, y'all are colorblind? The hell you're not. No, the hell you are not. No. So, I mean, this is the thing, that they could easily pass that off because there's a large part of American that don't really have a lot of Puerto Ricans around, especially on the West Coast. But let me tell you something. A Puerto Rican, number one, is going to tell you that they are from Puerto Rico and that they're Caribbean. I guess they forgot the whole part that they were actually American. But they're Caribbean and they're Puerto Rican. Puerto Rican, Caribbean. Caribbean, Puerto Rican. They don't identify even with being an American, although they are American citizens. They identify with the Caribbean. And that's just a fact. Hughes rejects the notion of centering one's identity around race in his new book. Of course he does. Because he, in America, where the dynamics are very clearly drawn out, he feels as he doesn't have a voice. Well, of course he wouldn't. Because this ain't his land. He's Puerto Rican. So he can stay Puerto Rican. You understand what I'm saying? Because I don't like that. I'm not black. Like the Dominicans got that the worst. They have it the absolute worst. I'm not black. I'm not black. I'm not black. Okay. And then, man, you guys are getting reparations. All of us are black. Cut it out. You don't know what you want to be. And I have no respect for nobody like that. But lastly, last video of the evening, family. Nina Turner is, now that she was the first one that AIPAC targeted to get out of her political seat, and they ran against her to get her out. And she's been speaking, I guess, a lot more black. It's funny how she can find her black voice after she leaves office. But, nonetheless, she still has a presence out here. And she has went on the Breakfast Club and told them and the world and everybody the whole blaming the black voter thing will not work for you this go around. And she basically is sending a warning out there to not blame black folks for Joe Biden's loss.
Don't blame black people for this. Why we got to keep saving folks? Mm-hmm. And black men have been emasculated in the Democratic Party. That's real. They don't see themselves, because to lift up black women is beautiful. We should, but not at the expense of black men. Mm-hmm. We have achieved what we have achieved so far in this country because we are together, and we can't pick up other people's bad habits. Now, white women may be able to lead a white man by the side of the road. Sisters can't do that. And the way that in this politics, the way the Democratic Party, the mothers of the movement, and black women delivered and black women saved, black men do not vote much differently than black women. So don't do that. Mm-hmm. If Trump wins, God forbid, it is going to be because this president and the Democratic Party did not deliver material changes for the people of this nation. It is going to be because this president and the Democratic Party led over genocide, are complicit in genocide in Gaza. That is going to be the reason why this man loses. So he needs to choose. Mm-hmm. Is he going to choose his coalition? Or is he going to choose to allow the person who is clearly a neo-fascist to win? It will be his fault. We ain't blaming no voters, and black people definitely ain't taking the blame. They don't call out white women. Hell, white women vote for Trump in very high margins. And don't forget, when President Obama was running, they were so mad that President Obama won the primary. I'm just speaking truth. So just say amen and say ouch. When President Obama beat them Senator Clinton. Some of the white women were so mad they voted for
Forget
McCain.
about the black ones, though. What about the black women who refused to vote for Obama because Hillary Clinton lost? Y'all who were, as I know some of y'all are kind of young, but who remembers the old black women seeing the videos of the black women crying that Hillary lost to Barack Obama? Who remembers that? And yeah, you right, Tia to you. We ain't worried about no damn Gaza. That is not our business. There's genocide in Gaza. But the one thing she threw it in there, it shouldn't have been in a conversation with us and about us. But for all intents and purposes, yeah, that will be an issue for other groups of voters. But yeah, she ill-placed that in a conversation with us, for us, and by us. And then going to stick that he's going to lose because of genocide in Gaza. We ain't talking about that. What our tangibles got to do with Gaza? We are not worried about that Bay business over there. That's a whole nother region and country's business. And let that debacle do what it do over there. They ain't got nothing to do with us. Run us our money. The hell you talking about? These people are nuts, man.
So don't come. Don't bring it here. Don't bring it to the feet of black people. We always save in this country.
Very true. Very, very true. And so last but not least, this little piece of information that you guys might want to know. This political season has gotten so disastrous for the Democrats that they now have decided to put, for all intents and purposes, the political LSG together. So now it's going to be Barack Obama and Bill Clinton and Joe Biden trying to go do stops with the grassroots in a grassroots effort by 3 establishment candidates. This has just gone from bad to worse. They are literally going on a little tour. It's the 3 presidents. This is where we have gotten to, family. You've got to pull out 2 old presidents and then 1 old new one. That's funny. The president now is older than the former presidents. Just think about that. And now they finna go do a little 3 team up tour. Oh, absolutely brutal. The political landscape for the Democrats is finito. But then on the other side of the game, you also have the Republicans who have been so much complicit in this illegal invasion as well and have not done anything about actively getting these people out other than Texas. And some of that, of course, is doing that for show and political showcasing. However, ICE, deportation, and the laws that we have already had should suffice just fine because we can no longer tolerate Democrats talking like the dude we already seen, talking about we got to talk about workforce, and then people that say this.
So I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to do something that's only going to benefit black people. No.
And you shouldn't. You know what I'm saying? So let me see. I do think that is about it. Let's see, I'm going to make sure there is nothing else I wanted to play for y'all. No, I think we got it. So, let me see, where's that at? Okay, there's one little thing. And so just to show you the desperation, of these Democrats, they are now, and if you guys are probably, that those of you who are active on X, you're probably seeing a whole lot of Barack Obama these days, because I guess they figured the best way to try to get Joe Biden over the hump is remind black folks why you should vote for Joe Biden, because you love Barack Obama so much.
Before the ACA, young adults could be kicked off their parents' health care plan, often right when they were getting ready to head out on their own. And if you had a pre-existing condition, the same companies could deny you coverage, they could charge you more. So the ACA changed all that. Now healthcare plans are required to let young adults stay on their parents' plan until they're 26. Insurance companies, they can't deny somebody coverage or change them simply because they have a pre-existing condition like diabetes or asthma. So all that stuff's important because while young people are generally pretty healthy, all it takes is one diagnosis or one injury, one accident to throw off your plans if you don't have insurance. And thanks to the ACA, young people everywhere have some security. They have some freedom to choose how they live their lives. And that's really what the ACA is all about. Now, like any freedom, we can't take this one for granted. Right now, the presumptive nominee for the Republican Party for president says he wants to repeal the entirety of the ACA. And that would mean kicking millions of young people off their parents' health insurance, raising costs at a time when a lot of folks are just starting out. We can't let that happen. We've got to keep building on the ACA, expanding coverage, lowering costs for more people. We've gone too far to come back, and that's what Joe and Kamala believe. That's what they've done while they've been in office, and that's why this election is so important.
That's all they could do. They gotta roll out Barack Obama to talk about Obamacare. Obamacare. You are out of gas. Reparations. We are voting for the couch. Black agenda. We are voting for the couch. Because we see how y'all people are, y'all get up in these circles like we see what Diddy did, even, and it's touched the church. I mean, it's even touched the church, ladies and gentlemen. And we talking about Diddy parties and Diddy and all of these people hanging out, and Obamas and Clintons is out there at Epstein Island, and all of these things are getting seized from Diddy's house. And maybe some people are just feeling like this.
Have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
Babylon is fallen. Babylon is fallen. Let it fall and let us rise. Can you dig it? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. They talk about power bottom TD Jakes.
He did that shit. Guilty as fuck.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. I mean, some people be like, I can't really validate that power bottom thing. But I mean, hey, man, 50, man, is from what you heard, the word on the street really true?
He did that shit. Guilty as fuck.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. I mean, but man, things is crazy out here. Oh man. So when Nina Turner tell y'all don't blame black folks if y'all lose the vote, Roland S. Martin, always remember.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
Because right now, they're seasoned dope from Venezuela coming over here into this country. Why? Because Joe Biden opened the gates and they coming in, flooding in, and nobody wanted to deport nothing. They stopping people from deporting. So what are you going to do for the criminal element? Get them up here and start calling for the troops. But at the end of the day, if you really truly believe that you need to put your trust and put your heart and put your soul into a political party one way or the other, please remember what our icon elder said.
And a lot of white folk have demonstrated eloquently that they don't have no sense.
So, if this is too much for you to handle and you can't understand it, we are absolutely about our family business. I don't know what to tell you. But if you are upset about anything you heard tonight, even about Diddy, and hey, that's not right. Well, some people say this about Diddy.
He did that shit. Guilty as fuck.
What can I say? What do I know? I mean, but there's going to be some people like, come on, brother. Yeah, man, see, what you don't understand, he's still a brother. Now, okay, no, I can understand being a brother, but the one thing you have to respect is this brother has had his hands on people's lives being negatively affected, careers being destroyed, people having to go through great legal battles just trying to get away from this dude. Justin Bieber ghosting him. Why?
He did that shit. Guilty as fuck.
And there might be some people that still be, oh, no, I don't know. I don't believe it. Well, okay. First off,
where's your family from?
Because if you don't understand what's going on there, then maybe you don't understand a lot. Now, for the Candace Owenses of the world, how you had to take your thing on the chin. If those of y'all who play the away games and be like, well, we're going to go over here and start talking against black folks and think y'all finna come back around us and start just getting in where you fit in. Now, for that lying imposter, Coleman Hughes, just remember, we've been on to your kind for a very long time, buddy, but we also need to check people like The View who allow this dude on and try to weasel him into our conversations when our icon elders already established the separation.
Right there, I would not limit our employment demands to Negroes. I would include Puerto Ricans and other minorities throughout our country, which have been similarly discriminated against, though not for so long a period of time as Negroes.
Puerto Ricans weren't enslaved. Yeah, this is a problem that stems from slavery. And this compensation, yes, sir, this compensation is coming to people who were enslaved by the white man for 400 years. The Puerto Ricans don't even fit into this picture.
Well, they do fit into it.
No,
they do fit into it.
The problem is the Negro problem. They're not lynching Puerto Ricans.
If a dark-skinned Puerto Rican went down to Mississippi, he probably would be lynched too.
Spanish, he wouldn't be lynched.
No, they don't.
It's the Negro here, and as long as he can speak Spanish or some other language, or if he ties his head up with a turban or something, he can go anywhere in Mississippi or in your home that he desires.
You're not aware of the fact, are you, that African students have been arrested in our demonstrations in the South?
When they
speak French.
When they have been mistaken for the so-called Negro in America, they've been arrested.
What I'm saying is,
And never forget that sassy neck-rolling man is friends with Bayard Rustin. So you, too, might be a potential wannabe infiltrator of Black empowerment, or you, too, might be one of those Candace Owens that thinks you should get around us and then go get around them and go get your thing on. Or you, too, could be a Coleman Hughes and be a complete lying, shamming, scamming tether, and then always try to find your way talking about Black issues to which you do not belong to that community, but you nonetheless think that you should be a voice that should be heard, which makes no sense. And then, of course, we have the Kaylee Gaines supporters who have shown nothing but their super depth of racism and anti-Blackness, same as all of these anti-DIE people or DEI people who so quickly ran out there and tried to blame this crash in Baltimore on Black folk. Makes no sense. And then there also might, like I said, there's going to be that y'all that be, man, y'all just going too hard on Diddy and it's all alleged. But I ain't shocked. And if you think I'm wrong for all of that, well, to all of the people who I just mentioned, I speak for myself. Beatzilla PDX Official. Beatzilla PDX Official Show. Y'all in the chat. The grassroots. Voices in New Black Media. I think it's safe to say that I speak for all parties involved when all of you get this proudly dedicated song from us to you.
Get up off of that cocaine and get up off of that crack. Get yourself together and get your mind back.
Yes, indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Hashtag hands off our reparations.
You have no rights here. We're not under the empire.
You can follow me at Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at BeatZillaPDX. You can email me at OurRealTruth@gmail.com. And if you feel so inclined to put some money in the bucket, you can definitely do so by way of CashApp, $BeatZillaPDX. That is CashApp, $BeatZillaPDX. And also we have PayPal, which is Zilla Music. That is ZillaMuzak at PayPal. Yes, indeed. Yeah, that bridge had nothing to do with foundational Black Americans at all. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you stay tuned, set your notifications. And for those on the replay gang, let me know if you got notified at all about this video. Hopefully you did. And with that being said, family, I will see you on the next go around. Stay Black, stay vigilant, stay alive. Black first, Black first, Black first. Shalom, y'all. Have a blessed one.
When you know who Satan is, yes, sir. You don't have to kill him. No. The stone of truth. Yeah. See, that's what you throw. Yes, right. Allah says, had we wished to take a pastime from before, surely we would have done it. Nay, we cast truth at falsehood till we knock out its brains. Every one of you that knows the truth, stand up and tell it from the mountaintop. Black people can't take it no more. So wherever you are on the job, in the factory, I don't care where you are. If you know the truth, stand up on the truth and tell Satan, who the hell are you to try and pick my friends? Farrakhan is God's man. And you are from the enemy of God. So to hell with you. Stand up on it like a man.